So,
no, it was the Austin 360.
yeah, but he got a good review in the Austin for
did.
his comedy troupe. Oh, wait, that blows his anonymity.
No, I just, you guys take precedence.
Well, I already announced on my MySpace why we're going to New York, and it's because he does the comedy stuff.
I tried to not, like, I didn't talk about.
There's about 5,000 people in this town that do comedy, so, I think he's still pretty anonymous.
It's less than like our on a typical swim team. Like a city swim team circuit. No. There is less comedy people. You could count them. You could count them on your fingers and toes.
No, you could not. When we went to that thing. A couple years ago, we went to that thing downtown.
Yeah, but that was a convention.
But they had at least 300 people.
I know, isn't that weird? They can bring, there's such a draw.
Yeah, but all them people
That's
was
good
in
for
the
tourism.
same club. They was all comedians.
It's tourism is what we call it. I mean, that's big bucks. Those people all had to spend money in our town. We're a big draw.
Well,
people
anyway.
like cameramen are.
So, I'm going to just start making my thing. You do whatever you need to do.
Should I make my thing?
Well, if you want to. I don't know. You seem to got several things planned. So
well, I have a meat and some message. A meat and a message.
Meat and message.
And I brought two so I can show two different preparations. There's two different kind of outlooks, traditions, if you will. And
I have no idea what is coming up. I'm just going to take it.
Okay, Arcie just doesn't want to admit because it actually is considered. I'm not supposed to reveal this much of the secrets of our tribe, or that's how it would translate into your language.
Do you have a need for any special cooking pots or utensils?
Oh yeah, I need like a roasting pan.
A big roasting pan.
Yes. Well, it hurts this thing to have like blood on it. Like, should I have meats on this chopping block, or should I use like?
I think I'd prefer you to use that.
Just a pan or something.
Like, well, yeah, you can use it there, I guess. Hang on.
Well, I'm just trying to show for cameraman because I don't want to just like.
I don't think I have a roasting pan big enough for that thing.
These are not frozen solid. These are. These specialty meats are not available on the market right now. You have to really go through an independent broker. But it's kind of like if you know how to do, like cheat your taxes or get out of a ticket for, if you have a connection to do that, you probably have a connection.
You didn't tell me it was bringing something the size of a turkey.
Well, yeah, and I want to do the whole method.
I need to go buy one of them disposable foil things to cook it in.
Oh, well.
Can you cut it in half?
No.
Famously, I thought you could.
Okay, but I can't do it on these particular cuts because
here, this is the biggest pan.
Well, I think you'll figure out the whole thing once I unwrap it.
This is the biggest thing I got.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
We're not really going to cook them because this isn't we're not really going to cook them because these particular specimens came from a place, a city I happen to know, that has a lot of industrial waste in their water system. And so these particular are tainted. And so we're not going to eat these. We're just going to bury them.
For show. So like when you watch a regular cooking show and they like make something and then they go to the oven and put it in and then immediately take out one that's already done.
It's like that.
You know that the one that's already done is basically just for show.
So the first thing you do is like you got to clean it. And by clean it, I don't really mean like cleaning a fish. It's more like, I like to wipe them down with an alcohol first.
You need some baby wipes or something? That's about the closest thing I got.
No, because those have chemicals in them. We're just going to use like the plain old, stick it under the faucet, scrub it down with a paper towel.
Out of the faucet is full of fucking chemicals, and it's horrid. I think you'd be better off just eating it the way it is, without rinsing it.
Well, this one has obvious signs of like some kind of
Looks
tattooing.
like it's got some kind of bruising on it, like it ain't fresh entirely.
No, we're not actually going to eat these. It's like carp out of Ladybird Lake.
Right.
Don't eat that.
Just fish for it.
It's just sportsman
Just
fishing.
throw it back.
But-
Besides, it's probably one of them carp they bought to eat all the hydrilla or whatever the plant is, the algae that's choking out all the...
Well, normally you'd give it an alcohol bath, but I didn't bring my alcohol with
I have
us.
alcohol. You want some alcohol?
Oh yeah, they'd probably get off some of this marking and the dirt on the head. Well, Arcie's out of the room. I know she might get upset at this part because you won't believe how much saran wrap gets wasted when you have to wrap one of these up. It's much more. You saw I unwrapped the foil. It's much, much better. Can you cut this one out of the saran wrap, please? It's much, much better to put them in the foil. You might have a little leakage of the fluids, but this, for one thing, if you leave it too long in the freezer, it actually, some of this plastic bits get into your food and
I don't have
contaminate
any
them.
kitchen shears.
Oh,
but
don't. We I usually resell the outfits, so try not to cut that. Be careful.
All right.
So anyway, give it an alcohol bath. Normally I would actually put this in like a tub and soak it with maybe like a half a dozen others. But I've done this for a living in the past.
Okay. So you just want me to unwrap it?
Yeah. I'd like to thank my friend Shaniqua for helping me out with this project.
Is that the one that you was in prison with for a while?
Yes, we went to, there's a prison here in Texas called Gatesville, and that's where we
Well,
went.
this one looks like it's sick or drugged up or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
These aren't the best quality.
It looks like it's got a problem. I wouldn't want to eat this anyway. I mean, look at it. It looks like it's ill.
This one is much more healthy, and you can see it can actually sit up by itself. Try to make that one sit up. I did this earlier with these.
Well, I can tell just by looking at it that it probably can't.
We could probably.
I mean, it's already got the rigor mortis. It's already.
It can sit on an edge, though. It's one of its. It has blue eyes.
Well,
there's certain things you can do with certain white meat that you don't want to do with dark meat.
Clean this one. Here, you want
Okay, now,
this? What do you
if
want
you
me to
would-
do with that?
I usually wash it and resell it.
Okay.
Now, if you could I've gotten some butter here that Mimo has obviously used for one of her,
Okay, it'll
escapades.
pick off. You
And just
want me to butter it up real
butter
good?
it up. Normally, you'd use like fresh butter, but not for these babies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying that. Yeah, this one can barely sit on an edge. It's really more like a baby Jesus kind of in the manger kind of
Yeah.
presentation, because that's why you don't want to cut it in half, which is what cameraman had suggested. But you don't want to cut these in half because it doesn't make as good a presentation.
Oh.
And also, I think
You can't be afraid to manhandle meat neither whenever you're cooking with it. Like this one, it's kind of got some stuff that's stiff in there. You just got to manhandle it. And you can always truss it up if you want it to take a certain shape
it's
for the presentation.
A lot like putting like suntan lotion or a protective like gel on your body.
Yeah.
You just want to get enough on there to where it makes, you have to rub it in. You have to make sure it's dissolved, or else you'll end up with like some kind of bizarre sunburn line. Make sure it's all rubbed in.
Well, I don't think mine's going to burn. It's already pretty brown.
Yeah, it goes down to how we're going to cook them and how different it is. Okay. That one we're going to place face down, and this one we're going to place face up.
Okay, so this one's, I missed some spots.
You can
here.
kind of catch an odor off of these ones. I Normally, you can't tell if something is contaminated with lead or other toxins.